After I think so, after this live is over, I don't think so. This live will be live's recorded video will be there because I think I wanna upload this video on some other channel, on the paranormal channel, because the paranormal vibe doesn't suit here, on this channel. But that channel I can't go live because subscriber criteria. So I'm doing this live here. So till the live we are here. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's keep the chat running. How can I see the chats? I don't know. Okay. Another restless night of sleep. Okay. No matter, I'm running late. I'd best get ready for something. Welcome to Aurora Hills. Would you like to enable a quick tutorial to show you how to play the game? Yeah, totally. Why not? Inventory. You can use the items that you collect in the world from the inventory, okay? Combine items. You can combine certain items together and create new items here, okay? Objective. Every now and then, objectives will be available to you. You can view them here, okay? Hints. If you are ever stuck, you can use hints from here. Okay. Back button, use this button to go back to the previous scene where you just came from. Okay, yeah, that's good one. Because you might miss something in the previous scene. You can go back to check it out. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay, let's see. So, what do I have to do here? I know, I guess we have to explore around. I guess I should check here. What a mess. I should really clean up here. Okay. How to clean things. I know. Okay, let's check things out. I don't know what book is this. The Psychology of Recurring Dreams. Interpreting the significance and psychology behind recurring dreams by Barbara White. Yeah, dreams are a reflection of reality because the subconscious mind sometimes can predict future. Like in data science, using maths you can predict future, right? Somewhat. So sometimes a logical future, I think so. Subconscious mind can connect dots and recognize patterns to make some dreams that can come true. So yeah, I guess dreams have some prediction ability, but I don't know exactly. The psychology of recurring dreams. I'm hoping this book will explain the strange nightmares. Okay, whatever. I've been having recently. Okay, so he's having nightmares, I guess. I'm totally no expert in paranormal things. I totally don't paranormal things are not my thing, so I don't explore much. Let's just play it with an overthinker perspective. I'm just an overthinker, right? So I can talk about that. Okay, there's some calendar or something. I hope my mic is on, right? Yeah, my mic is on. So today is October 6, 1981, Tuesday, as per the calendar there, right? So this is West Virginia, I guess. I can't believe it's already October. Should that mean something in this game? I don't know. Special recognition presented to Ethan Hill in appreciation for your many years of dedicated service as a park ranger in Aurora Hills National Park. Okay, Aurora Hills is a national park that we are sure for now. Okay, so his name is Ethan Hill. Is the Aurora Hill named after him? I don't know. U.S. Forestry Service, 5, 23, 1974. So I guess it's talking about 23 May 1974. Okay. So basically, you would be thinking that why I'm taking pauses because I made a script, but I am not executing it in this video. I know why. And you might be thinking, come on, you are writing scripts? Yeah, come on, every artist does that. Journaling or writing is not for people on therapy. Artist is also a person in trauma, just he can share his experiences in a twisted way. So he also needs journaling. So yeah. So actually, I wanted to talk about some paranormal things, but I'm just more invested in game, I guess. Like, when do you feel that you are scared, right? So if you think about that, you are scared only when you don't know something, like your future. It's totally unknown. You don't know what is gonna happen. You are gonna die. You are gonna live a hell life, or something sweet is coming up. You don't know. But when your trouble looks like a normal thing, like it's gonna happen to every average normal human, or at least you know that you can give a fight, and then the decision is made that you are gonna win or lose. At least you can give a fight, then at least you get a chance to try, so you are less scared. Or if you can see it coming, you know where it's gonna come, how it's gonna come, what is its nature, what are its powers, abilities, weaknesses, its nature, how it comes, its causes, so you can prevent it, as prevention is better than cure. So when you know its scientific reason why trouble can come, and you can avoid it, so then the trauma or the scary thing or the paranormal thing becomes less scary to you, right? Isn't it? So basically it means that you are creating an because the world is highly layered stuff, you just can't know everything, right? Because like in coding, you have machine languages, diodes, logical gates, assembly language. Those are really tough. So they have an abstract layer of a machine language is the assembly language. So there is a high level language, or coding languages like Python, C++, and all that, so that it can become easy to code. They are abstraction layer. Means abstraction means making a layer that makes the complex thing look easy to the user. Like you can easily code on C++ than assembly language. So yeah, that works as abstract. So world is so much layered, right? So there are too many things to know, and you can not know everything at once. You need to gather some clues, then join the dots for the connection, study the patterns, studying the odd things that are coming out, that are highlight of the phenomenon. Then you can join the dots and understand that, yeah, why the phenomenon is happening, what is the reason of the phenomenon, right? So till you are finding clues, and you don't get clues in arranged order, it comes randomly. You have to collect clues. But till then, the information gap which you have, it just makes your brain restless. How can you give rest to it? Obviously, by filling its information gap by abstraction, right? So, paranormal things are just, they are the abstraction for the unknown events that happen in life, right? So, when you try to find logic in them, in world there is no real truth, right? There is no absolute truth. What you see is not true. There are layered truths in it. And in every perspective, the truth can vary. The only truth which world accepts is which side wins, right? So, to satiate yourself, you accept a plausible truth, right? So, finding logic in unknown events, unknown incidents, by finding patterns, studying patterns, uh, is finding plausible truth. So, that thing is just like finding logic in paranormal or unknown events, right? So, yeah. So, you just try to fit that thing in the scope of your knowledge. Because paranormal things are the things that are out of your scope of knowledge, right? That's why they're paranormal, or they would have been a normal thing because you can easily study the patterns, right? So if you know how to cure it, how to take precaution of it, then it doesn't scare you, is it? So because you can avoid that, right? Until you can't avoid a trouble, till that time it scares you that you don't have a chance of winning. Until you have a chance of winning, so you don't have regrets because you can at least fight, and if you lose then it's totally your fault. But if you just can't fight, if you don't get the opportunity to fight, then it becomes trouble. It feels really sad because you couldn't get a chance to try and fight. So we are gonna try to find some scientific type, let's say parascientific type or semi-scientific type, uh, reasoning into paranormal stuff. So the things I have as paranormal events are two to three. Like I have, what I can think of now is vampires, right? Vampires can be thought of as a sickle cell anemia. So if you know sickle cell anemia, in that you require blood because due to a genetic defect, your red blood cells are in a sickle shape, so they can't take up oxygen. They don't have much hemoglobins, so they can't take up oxygen. So you require blood, just like vampires. The only difference is vampires have very evil intent. They don't take the blood in a sweet and kind and good boy way. They just, they impose on you to take your blood, right? So, is there any view? I don't think so, right? So yeah. Well, yeah, sickle cell anemia. So yeah, but if the sickle cell anemia patient who is not having who requires blood because of the disease of the genetic disease, and his RBCs are of sickle shape. So if he needs blood and he gets evil intent, so then it becomes almost like vampires, isn't it? Because if he sucks out blood, then the person becomes weak and he eventually dies. And if we are talking about that vampire bites and the other one becomes vampire, that I'm gonna talk about in next one. And another thing also, that vampires cannot tolerate sun, right? So it can be because we can think about it like, vampires don't have blood, right? Let's think it like that. They don't have blood. That's why they are seeking for blood, right? So vampires can't do homeostasis because our blood can do homeostasis, which is for mammals. Even reptiles with blood also can't do homeostasis. Homeostasis is controlling your body temperature for by using ATP energy and all to maintain your body temperature even if the external climatic conditions are harsh. That can be done by mammals, but not reptiles and all. Let's think of vampire like a reptile because they don't have blood, right? At least I think so. They are. Let's assume vampires are cold-blooded, right? You assume anything in maths, right? To get a to prove something or to get an answer, right? Solution, get a solution. So vampires are cold-blooded, right? They can't do homeostasis. So most reptiles or snakes, I think they don't come out in sun, right? They appear at night. Many snakes are there. Most snakes come out in day, but there are many snakes who love dark and don't come out in daytime much because they can't control the body temperature. Sun will trouble their enzymes because heat is a troubling thing for enzymes, for your reactions in your body, chemical reactions in your body. They can denature because they are made of proteins. So metabolism is a trouble in heavy sunlight. Not for mammals because we can maintain our body temperature by sweat and all using our ATP due to our ATP is energy currency due to our warm blood. Let's assume, sorry, let's assume that vampires are cold blooded, so they can maintain the body temperature. So what will happen? Sun will obviously burn them out, right? They can't live in sun. So let's talk about that vampire. When they bite someone, the other becomes vampire. For that, we need to move to zombies because zombies are the best thing to explain that. So, when zombie bites another person, I have watched this in The Walking Dead. That when a zombie bites another person, that person gets a fever, then becomes a zombie. After that, for that thing, you have to firstly, if you are scared of zombies, then you should watch anime like Zom 100, right? Zom 100 is an anime that will give you a totally different perspective of your zombie apocalypse. So you can watch that. That will drive your fear away. For I guess so. I don't know exactly, but if you think zombie as a viral infection, it makes sense. Like let's think about rabies, right? Rabies comes from dogs. Dogs bite you. If you don't treat it, it you behave like a dog, like barking and some hydrophobia, fear from water, fear from breathing. Also, I guess I don't exactly know. So I think it does something to your genes. I guess I don't exactly know that. Sorry for that, but yeah, means zombies bite another human, he becomes zombies. It's just like the virus rabies, right? Rabies, when dog bites you, act like a dog and then you die. So it's the same thing. Like that virus, I guess, affects your brain or something. Then these things happen if you don't take injection. If it reaches final stage, you are done. So yeah, so the zombie thing relates to rabies. But in rabies, the person dies. Let's assume that person doesn't die. Then what happens? And let's think rabies is gonna spread from that person too. He's a vector infectious vector. So then what happens? Obviously, a zombie apocalypse. Right. So, and you think zombies are worse? Then think about some crazy people, like mentally weird people. Let's say it like that. Let's phrase it like that. So they are more worse because they are evil, they are mentally ill, but they are not dumb. They are smart. Zombies are, in a way, a little, they don't think, I guess. So a mentally ill person is worse than that, if we see it as that. So the if you watch The Walking Dead and you are just traumatized about zombies, then you need to watch Zom 100 anime, right? It gives you a totally different perspective. Like the amount of fear for death you have uh, is, I don't know how to say it, how to phrase it. Because life is a vacation, it's gonna be ending at some point. You have to learn more and more, study and work more and more, pass it on because ideology, your knowledge, it's your essence. Like, let me give you an example. Let's say someone of yours is okay. Let's say your pet is dying. Just for an example, don't mean anything. This for an example. Like if your pet is dying. Okay, let's not take that example. Let's take example of an anime in which person reincarnates. Like isekai anime you have watched, right? You must have watched. So what things get transferred when he is going into an isekai? Right. So only the memory, the knowledge, the ideology he has, that only gets transferred. The body is totally new. Still he's the same person, right? Then what is your essence then? If some things are getting changed, still you are the same person because of some things that are transferred, then that should be the essence, right? I can also give you another example, right? Like when in human or any reproduction, what are passed as hereditary traits, hereditary things, what are passed that make your biological offspring still related to you? It is genes, right? What are genes? Those are codes or knowledge about you, that how you are, how do you behave, to getting transferred to another person, while he can be totally different from you in any aspect, but his genes are matching with you, right? So genes are a knowledge of you. So knowledge and all, they are the essence of you, so you just can pass it on. So that is your role as a human, right? So there are things to document like books, videos, right? So you can pass it on in those ways more and more. Then after that, does life offer anything more to you? Does it? Is there anything sweeter in the life? Every sweetness that life gives is just a fake belief, isn't it? At its root, life is a totally fake thing. What sweet you get from life? Life is a time where you are just given some things, then the things get taken away. You just fight your whole life to protect some things. So, doesn't it sound painful? If you want that perspective, you should watch ReZero by Subaru, you know. Sorry, ReZero, in which hero is a main character is Subaru. You would get the perspective of what I'm talking about. Whole life you are just fighting for it, trying to protect it, but at the end, at some time, you are just gonna leave it because life is a limited thing. It's a vacation where you have fun by gaining knowledge. The only thing that's gonna stay immortal or is gonna pass ahead of you is your knowledge or essence. Which is your essence? Your knowledge and ideology. If you have worked upon it, then so is death that bad thing? Don't you just get detached from everything? So death is fearful because you just don't know what's gonna happen. That's why it's painful. It's scary, right? The people who fear from paranormal things, mostly it is the idea that people who fear from death fear from paranormal things, but that's not true because death in itself is not that. It shouldn't be that painful because it is liberating you from your painful life. And if you have did your job perfectly, if you have collected more and more knowledge, tur- turned it into your ideology, then you have achieved what life wanted to achieve from you, you know. So death shouldn't be a scary experience. The only thing scary in a paranormal thing is the craziest pain you're gonna experience in the paranormal event, right? So that's the thing which scares you. So, like, we talked about zombies, right? Like ghosts. Let's talk about ghosts. Ghosts are the things you can't touch, so you can't defeat it. That should be the most scary thing, right? But in most, there should be consistency. There shouldn't be any cheat thing in life. Means like if one person has a certain ability, he shouldn't be. He It cannot happen that he doesn't have a weakness. If someone has some extra power or extra ability, he must have some extra weakness to counter it or balance it. Because life is all about balance, right? Because nothing can be destroyed, nothing can be created. Everything just transfers. Energy gets transformed and transfers. So everything is balanced, everything is equal, everything is symmetrical. So for ghosts who we can't touch, mostly in movies you have seen that they also can't touch you. They just can take over you, which is which happens only to those who are mentally weak, you know, who don't have mental strength to endure the hypnotization, I guess. So they represent the negative emotions around us. In negative emotions, you don't mostly have control over yourself. You go berserk and do things that are not in your control. So doesn't it feel like a ghost or something? And it can be related to Alzheimer's disease or identity crisis disease where you forget who you are and you think you are someone else. It can be traced to that psychological disease where you think you are someone else. Like when ghosts take over, you become a different person, right? So it can happen that you as a person, You're having an identity crisis or Alzheimer's disease. You don't know who you are, but you're feeling you are someone else. And so there are also waves and all which also can affect your brain functioning, which can also affect your actions. So you can think them as ghosts too, which take over your brain. No ghost is taking over your body, right? The only source of control and coordination or action of your body is your brain. So only the thing that a ghost takes over is your brain, right? So many sound waves also can do that. The same exact thing, because brains work on electrical impulses by our chemical messengers in our body. If you can alter that with certain ways, because electric impulses are an energy, form of energy. You can do that with some diodes also. You have seen in some movies or experiment, right? They put some diodes type thing in your head and control your some bodily functions, right? So they are electrical impulses, they are energy, they can be manipulated with other energies, they can be amplified, they can be reduced. So some waves can do that. So I guess your ghost answer should be there. It's a type of mental state, let's assume that. There are immortal demons too. So for that, immortal creatures are still there around us too, aren't they? There are jellyfish, and there are planaria who have regenerative cells in them, and they're almost immortal. Like jellyfish, if you break into two, they would just turn into their means child state, and then they grow again. They are technically immortal. And planaria, obviously, if you cut them, they become two. Regeneration, they are totally immortal. They have weakness, but they are immortal. I guess salt is the weakness, right? I don't know exactly, but they are technically immortal. So only thing that can so these paranormal things are just counterbalance of the good belief that we have of God. So if we believe in God, so to counter and balance that, we believe in ghosts. And bad things come to humans naturally. So we humans artificially push good things. We promote good things, right? And that's good. We try to avoid bad things because they are already naturally in us. They just need a trigger point, right? At some breakdown or something, you become berserk. So. So to balance it, you have to push goodness in the world artificially. And so faith in God helps you because it's like a placebo effect, right? Not talking about God real or myth. That is a totally different debate. I'm not going into that, but I'm talking about how that faith helps you, because you need to fill that information gap in you by something which becomes a good. Uh, so God is a thing which is filled with goodness. So you need that thing for the placebo effect. Like a doctor is best in his job. You go to him, you have a disease sometimes, even if the medicines don't work, his words work because he gives you a faith, a belief. So your body then gets the rhythm to fight the disease, because like you need a rhythm which gives your body the path, the right direction to put your energy to fight the disease, right? Like in martial arts, the martial arts people can relate. In martial arts, when you're punching or kicking, sensei in dojo says, say K, any loud noise. I don't know what your sensei says, but they say to make any random loud noise. And at first you would think, why is he saying that? What does it do? Why to waste that energy in shouting? Why not just use that energy in the moves you are doing? But that shouting helps to artificially create an emotion of anger, which gives a rhythm and direction to the body to produce energy and make it reach to your hand so that your moves are more perfect, more strengthened. Right. So it doesn't go waste. So also the meristematic tissue in us also grows again and again. Like if you're young and you have no disease, if you get a cut or wound, it heals again. So basically, your skin should be treated as immortal. Obviously, because your internal organs are not immortal, so and they control the skin, so indirectly you are not immortal. But in in a very detailed way, if we just overlook other limitations of humans, in some way, human skin is also immortal, right? So then let's talk about, yeah, and there are black magic. So we can talk about black magic as alchemy. It's just some things, the some ways of mixing certain things that we have forgotten, the reactions that do certain things, right? It's like chemical reaction, mixing certain things and getting some outcomes. So black magic is like alchemy, controlling elements, reactions, their combinations, and manipulating sound frequencies and interfering your brain signals, like I told, to manipulate your actions, your life. Obviously, your actions have consequences. Your actions only decide your future or your life. So if they can alter that, your life gets altered. So because a cause only gives a result, an action only gives a result. So action only gives consequence. So yeah, that's how it happens. So in a zombie apocalypse, the most feared thing is quarantine. And quarantine also happened in 2020. So I guess quarantine is now normalized. I don't think so. Yeah, quarantine is still feared because, getting shut in houses is scary, but humans battled from it, got adapted to it, reshaped their beliefs by connecting in online means, right? So, like yesterday, I was watching some alien show or something. So, even aliens can be scary sometimes. But what the thing is that aliens are just things with different abilities. Like electric eel can throw electricity. So, and there are bioluminescent creatures. So, we already have such creatures. There are some microbes in harsh conditions who have, I told animals like electric eel and all, they have very good offensive power. So, the microbes that are living in extreme harsh conditions, they have high defensive power. Like thermophile microbes, they can tolerate heat. There are salt loving creatures who can tolerate salt. There are acidophilic microbes who love acid. So there are such creatures too. And aliens have high tech power. So that is also not a very far away thing. We are also working on technologies and all, even renewable technologies. So it can be like that too. They may be just better if there are such aliens. However, in our solar system, there are possibilities. There can be aliens, but at the most, it can be microbes, I guess, because they haven't found any macro creatures. Because there are no such life supporting elements that are in such numbers that can fulfill a complex organism's demand, right? Most probably, if they are not adapted, if they got adapted, it's a different thing. And getting antidotes for zombies and all is also a thing. You can win by antidotes. Like in Demon Slayer, there was Muzan. He was working like a zombie or vampire. Miss Tamayo created a antidote for him, like researching like any other disease with microscopes and all. So, like recent 2020 disease, the disease in 2020. So, in that also, vaccine was created. It was also infectious. It also put everyone in their houses. So, it's not a new thing. So antidotes can be there. Also, there are for finding ghost, folks use UV rays, echolocation, or Ouija boards. Ouija boards, I don't know how to pronounce that. So, since ghosts are negative energies, you can sense them with some energy as they interfere their energy levels. Like UV rays are energies, light energies. Echolocation is a sound technique used by bats and dolphins, also in submarines, which catches reflection of sound, and also the absence of the reflection, sound absorption. You can do that in light too, like uh, light spectrum, electromagnetic spectrum, absorption spectrum, and emission spectrum. You can do that. So you know that so those are energies. So their reflection shows you if there are presence of ghosts or not. And Ouija boards can be like a compass which deflects when there is a magnetic interference, magnetic energy there. So it can say about ghosts or something. Like in some satellites, we use vibrations to communicate in alien language if we find some aliens in space. I guess so. We heard that. I heard that somewhere, because vibrations are a common language for any creature, right? Any animal you see, if they don't talk language, at least they make a sound or something. Any living thing makes vibration, even non-living things make. So yeah, Ouija code is just like a Ouija board might be reading code like a frequency of a certain vibration, like Morse code or binary code or something. What is binary code? On and off. Switching on electricity, switching off electricity. Combination of those, and you make a language. Done. Like that. Morse code is also a combination of dots and all, which makes characters. So, also, we say that animals have a high sense of negative aura or energy or ghost type things. They can sense them because animals have other abilities, extra abilities like Jacobson's organs in snake that can show them heat signatures. Dogs have a high sense of smell. Rabbits have a good sense of hearing and all that. So such negative energy vibrations can reach them definitely. So that's why infrared rays are also used to detect ghosts. So that's give out that. So we fear ghosts because they are unknown, right? So they are just unknown, but we can't see them. We can't interact with them, but we can feel them, right? Right, their effects and all. One can feel the good and bad energies around, even if they can't see them because they are formless, right? Like God, ghosts, and all that. So also not only animals, humans like mentalists or mind magic magicians can also do telepathy. Obviously that's an illusion, but still telepathy can be done because you can just create a situation where you know how certain behavioral patterns are there, certain psychological patterns are there. So telepathy, like alien things, are not the great deal of things. So yeah, you can do that, but you can win aliens with emotions because like there is a graph, like there is a pattern, like the emotions and development are totally indirectly proportional. One grows, other reduces. Like when you develop or grow, you become more and more emotionless because emotions somehow you just need to balance them, right, to win perfectly. But if you try to grow more and more, growth and development needs lesser emotion. You need to be stable. But when you are emotion full, then you are more unpredictable. So when that raises, development reduces. You start to fight for your reasons. Then you regulate your power in that way too. So sometimes there are some sound waves that can uh, burst your head. They are very low sound waves, but they are of high frequency that hurts your head. So you would imagine that in aliens case when they telepathically hurt someone. So that is that. And also, if there is a robot, uh, you know robot apocalypse, in that you can win by flexibility, because I don't know, there might be better joints in future, but robots now don't have that much flexibility, I guess. They're expensive in the first place, but still. But in future, if they find a frictionless solution, like robot is a good thing. Everything is good, everything is bad. There are two sides of a coin, right? But if they find some better motors, frictionless joints. Like uh, running a train was frictionful, but they found a thing like, using superconductors, maglev trains, magnetic levitation, which is frictionless. If they find something like that, like ball bearings are also friction, at least they reduce friction. They have friction, but they are called rolling friction. Like in mechanics, you would have studied. There are three types of friction: static friction, rolling friction, and sliding friction. So ball bearing are rolling friction, but maglev trains are almost frictionless, not fully frictionless. If then robots, if they become frictionless, then yeah, we are doomed. But there still can be some other things. But yeah, but robots can be better than us because uh, when someone creates another for being, they use their knowledge and they also have time to gain extra knowledge, so they become better than them. That's not a new or big thing. But uh, an primitive being is much more experienced. Has mastery of his craft. He can't adapt to new, but he has mastery in his craft. He can use that in his advantage. You just have to. Everyone has ability and disability. You just need to know your advantage or disadvantage, right? So that's why the a person who learns to fight, in a combat sports, is strengthened by body. A person who knows science is witty. He is stronger in brains. And a person, who you know who knows art, who knows any art, like expression, form of expression, he is stronger by heart because he can express, he can let those emotions out in a twisted way, in his own way, in his own style. So his heart is going to be stronger. So, and art of agility, or blending, art of stealth, art of you know art of survival, art of argumentation, such type of arts, or art of negotiation, such daily life art empower your soul, right? Because you know how to get out of a situation. Such things are there. Then, because art meditates your heart, right? You know that. Also, there are biology can create mutants. Like now there are dire wolves in making. They are a creation of biology. Some things, even natural things, have weaknesses. Artificial things, we try to solve the weakness in natural organisms, but they get another weakness. So they definitely have weakness, right? Lab grown stuffs. So means I'm talking, if instead of direwolves, if there would have been dinosaurs, it becomes paranormal and scary. Obviously not paranormal, but scary. Sci-fi, but scary. In such in such times, still you can win with interfering with their biology, finding their disadvantages, because like Big things are not mostly agile. They are not, you know, they can't perform stealthy stunts. Means they are not, small. A little smaller organisms can pass through anywhere. They are fast and they can sneak through anything. It is not the case in the bigger things. So dinosaurs can be defeated in some in the other way. And obviously there are tranquilizers, they interfere with biology, so yeah, you can defeat with those. So the world is a game, nature is a game in which you study the patterns, know their nature, how it works, how it came, its reasons, its history, what mistakes we can do with it. Then you study the pattern. What is difference? What is the strength and weakness? Then you learn to manipulate that phenomenon. Then it becomes science. So that is science, right? You just need to study the patterns until you find out how to manipulate it for your own benefits, right? So, disclaimer, whatever we are talking, I'm no expert in it. I'm just trying to weave a conspiracy theory out of plausible truths that are gonna be an abstract layer over these phenomenons, finding a consistent connection in between the dots, right? To study their traits, find the patterns is what I'm doing. Okay, so finding truth is way beyond my scope. So we are just filling our information gap. We are trying to mold the information so that we can digest it. As belief is real, as waves arrange them as observer, according to Heisenberg and Young's double slit experiment, right? World is a wave until you observe it. Then it takes shape, it takes a form. It is formless, but it takes form of what you want to see. The world is what you want to see, right? What you are taught to see. So we just learn to manipulate, like manifestation. What is it? It is just the way of belief which we learned how to manipulate our thought process, our brains, to manipulate the waves of the world, the energy of the world, so that the world energy we can take some benefit from it. We can make our dreams come true, right? So yeah, I may not believe it, you may not believe it. It is it is just assumption, but still, until you don't get the truth, you just have to assume. That's what math says, doesn't it? So, as the world is a balanced, symmetrical thing, no energy is destroyed or created, only balanced. So, transfer energy transfer and transfers. So, as you believe in good things, bad things are gonna be there as a counterbalance, right? So, paranormal things is the hypothesis part of an experiment. Experiment has 5 stages or something, as you have seen in Spider-Man. I don't remember exactly. So this is the hypothesis stage. Paranormal things or addressing the problem. Until you address the problem, until you think why you have to solve it, until you strategize the plan, you can't do the execution, you can't solve the problem, you can't make the solution, right? So paranormal things are the addressing of the problems. You just create a villain for your movie of your life. Then spiritual stuff are the solution for it, or assumptions for it, or trying to counterbalance it. So the good things are finding solution of it, right? It is the result, observation and result. It is the experimentation. Spiritual stuff is finding the possible solution, exploring possibilities, right? To cater the fear of unknown. First we make fear, then we break the fear of unknown. That's how comedy also works. In comedy, you create a fear, you create a build up, a setup, a story of a joke, then you break it with a punchline, an unexpected line, an unexpected direction to the joke, right? So, first you break your path, then you build your path, so that you get a better path in life. So, you do that because until until uh, reform starts with new technology holding people. This is a quote, okay? This is an example I'm telling. A strong king with a sword stays until a reform starts with of people holding new technology, not and another king, right? If humans, when they developed from early humans, they were just thinking about food. When they got food, they can grow crops. Then they thought about understanding the meaning of life. If you want to understand the meaning of life, if you want to understand the meaning of life, then you have to first address the problem. Then you have to find the solution. So first you have to make a king whom you can sit on the throne, or else the whole area will go berserk. So your mind will be berserk. First, you have to focus it in one place. To find a meaning in life, you have to first give a form to your negative emotions. Then you have to understand who are you in it, which is a reform. And then you have to create new technology which has the power of opposing it, like spirituality, which can oppose it. And a strong king doesn't fall by another king. So you can't reduce one fear with another fear, right? You got it right. So our paranormal talk is over. Let's play the game a little, right? Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Okay, I can't believe it's already October. Okay, so where is the back button? I don't know. Okay, here is it. Now let's see what is there. My camera, I can use it to take photos. Camera, you can use the camera to take pictures of points or interests and useful cool clues. Okay, can I take this lamp? My office desk. I've spent many sleepless nights here. Okay, I guess he's a overworker. I guess I should find my photo album before taking any photos. Otherwise, I won't have anywhere to see them. Okay. So we need a photo album now. What is this? My office desk. Okay. So can't we interact with anything else? Anything else? Come on. We have to just click everywhere, I guess. To explore the possibilities. Yeah, we have checked it already. We ain't getting any album here. Wait a second. I saw something. Wait. Is this something I can take? No, I can't. Let's see here. What a mess. I should really clean it up. Okay. We ain't getting anything here. Anything here? Here? Anything? Give me something. Okay, there is something. Nah, we ain't going that deep. Is there something around here? Okay. Oh, here's a bathroom, I guess. Here's a washroom or something. Okay, you are running late to work. Okay. Okay. My park ranger uniform, nice and dry after what? Okay, whatever. Anything else you want, bruh? Come on, take it, man. Okay. I guess he's just done with his work. So the only place we can go is out of this room, right? We have checked the bathroom. Now we have to go here. Another way. Can we interact with these photos or something? What is this here? No, I don't want to go to kitchen now. I want to first explore here. Oh, what is this? West Virginia Herald, a newspaper, I guess. Local man goes missing when while hiking. Or whatever. Okay, whatever. Patrick Murphy, the latest missing person case. Like the others, we haven't found any trace of that event. Search efforts by local few enforcement to locate Patrick Murphy, 28, came up empty last week. Patrick was reported missing on Tuesday, September 29 by his family, who filed a missing persons report after he failed to check in with them. Eyewitnesses last saw him hiking alone. Why is hiking alone? I guess he was lonely, feeling lonely, and wanted to connect with nature, I guess. Alone, saw him hiking alone deep within Aurora Hills National Park. Park rangers were notified of the incident and searched the premises where he was last seen, but no trace of his whereabouts were found. My jaws are gonna break. Sparking face of another disappearance that has plagued the region over the last 2 years. We have started a large-scale grid search around the area where he was last seen, says George Ron Goodman, sheriff of Aurora Hills. We are working alongside park officials, and we hope to find traces of where he could be. Aurora Hills, a quiet town located in the national park of the same name, has been afflicted with several disappearances. Something paranormal is going on here, bruh. Or something, at least not good. With several disappearances starting just 2 years ago in August 1979, where Henry Law went missing from his homeland just outside of the rural community. Since then, 15 more people have gone missing, including Patrick. Of the missing 15, 6 have disappeared in the last 3 months alone, triggering a mass exodus from the small town. Okay, that sounds bad. Let's see, what is it? Okay, only have the sofa or something. No albums here. Let's check the table. Okay, not. Okay, we can't check the table. No, I ain't going out right now. Okay, is here something? Photo album I can. Okay, photo album. You can view photos that you take in the camera in the photo album. Wow, that's a good thing. I want to be needing. Okay, just the photo album. Why? Take the tape recorders or something. You might need it. Ah, you're just being careless. You should take everything you need. Let's see. What? Missing Evelyn Fisher. Jared Carson. Date of missing is there from Aurora Health, the DOB, okay. One is male, one is female, or is green, brown. Height is there, weight is there. Hair is there. Blonde and dark brown if you can identify this children or any missing, okay. Report on this number, okay. Clean up in here. Don't you want to take anything? Okay, whatever. If you don't want, then let's not take anything. Okay, this is photo album or something. I don't have time to make breakfast. I'll grab something to go. What do you want to grab? I don't know. Let's grab anything you want. Come on. Okay. I don't think so. He wants anything from here. Whatever. Okay. If you don't want anything, then we can go out of the house. Is there something here? No. Let's go. Let's just go. He doesn't want anything. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I should look around before leaving. Bro, you weren't taking anything, bro. I told you to take whatever you are left with. There might be some things in the oven. No? Okay. What do you want to take, bro? Then what do you want to take, man? Any photos you want to take? Okay. No? Okay. Something he needs. Think so. Whatever. I just read that news just now. But he wants something else. But I don't know what he wants. Is there something in the bathroom he might need? Or is it something in the kitchen? I'm not sure yet. You just check this out. Right. He might need something from his kitchen. He might need it. He's not taking it, man. Anything. Bro, take something, bro. You need to eat, bro. Come on. Let's check out objectives or something. Get ready for work. I'm running late for work. I would better find what I need for the day and get going. A bite to eat. Car keys. Okay, so we need car keys. But what to eat? He wants something to eat. Here is nothing to eat. Oh. Clean up here. Did we get something to eat? Yeah. Got the energy bar. Use it, man. Okay, he's not using it. At least we can find some car keys at least. It should be around here. Where does one keeps his car keys, bro? Yeah, we can't see any keys here. Only energy bar. It should be on this stand or something. Now where is his car keys? It's not here. I guess you have to go upstairs. Where this person kept his car keys now? He must have kept it somewhere. Bro, come on. Where are your car keys? Where can you keep it? Firstly, I have to think about that. It might be here, but it is not here. Where do you keep your car keys, man? Is it somewhere around here? No, it is not here. Car keys should be around the workplace, but I don't find it. Or it should be near the door, but it is not on the door too. Where is his car keys? I don't get it. Oh my god. Where are you keeping those car keys, man? Did we get the car keys? Okay. I guess we got the car keys. Or else how could we have gotten out of the house? Right? So should we enter the car? How to enter it? Okay. At least we got out of the house. So let's continue this live afterwards. Thanks for watching. Bye. Like, share, subscribe. See you in the next video. And I don't know if I would upload this on this channel or other channel. Let's see. And disclaimer, don't get hurt or offended. I was just sharing a perspective or a thought. I'm no expert in this. I'm just an overthinker. Okay? Bye. Like, share, subscribe. See you in the next video.